me, Christian, for your weekend update. Yeah, this it was a busy week, so we decided to do it today. No big deal. I'm here. If you guys are watching this live stream, please comment, man. Like, let's chat up. But let's see. Let's get started. Well, personal update. It was my mom's birthday on Wednesday, and originally she wanted to go to Lucille's, but I knew my mom. I know she was go like her default is always Los Compadres because she loves that place, especially like the margaritas. So we ended up going to Compadres, and it was fucking delicious. I haven't been to Compadres in like forever, and their food's really expensive. Well, for me, but the food is fucking really good. It's like quality food. Like the chicken's always like moist. I mean, it was good, and we wished her happy birthday. She didn't want to do the whole birthday thing over there because she didn't want the attention. So brought her some flowers. I said happy birthday, and actually, like my dad's birthday is next this coming Thursday. He would have been, man, I'm a bad son. He would have been 67, I think, 67 or 66. But I'm gonna go visit him in his site next week because it's raining this weekend, and my plan to honor his memory. Do you guys remember if you live in Norwalk? There's a charboil place on Firestone called Douglas, and when I was a kid, he said because I wanted a McDonald's. I remember this. I wanted a McDonald's, but like we woke up late and they stopped serving breakfast. And my dad said, I know of a better place that serves breakfast all day. Do you want to go? Of course, being a fat little kid, I said like, yeah, hell yeah. And ever since then, I the owners of that place know my dad, and they sparked up like a relationship during the '90s. Like, hey, how you guys doing? Because we would frequent that place, every week. And I haven't been there again. I don't think I've been there since the pandemic, so it's been a while. So, and to honor his memory, I'm gonna go visit. I'm gonna go eat over there at Douglas and sit like at a booth that we would always sit, and and just remember my dad. But yeah, I hope you guys are doing great. A lot of things have been going around of the world, positives and the negatives. So I guess we'll start with the. I wouldn't say it's a negative, but it's a change. We'll start with political updates. We have a new speaker in the House. His name is something McCarthy, Kevin McCarthy, and there was like this big. Oh, my light went out. There's this big hoopla going on in the Senate or Congress, and they didn't want to give him the seat because the 14 Republicans that were holding out on the vote, they were right wing fundamentalists, and they wanted a lot of things. I don't know the particulars, but they wanted their party to lean more right, more towards their side. So they were holding out, and there was drama. There's this one senator who was talking to one of the guys, and like I guess he was like they muted his mic, but one of his partners covered his mouth because he was just saying too much. It looked like a mob scene, it was like don't say anything, don't use the wrong words. You're gonna get us killed, But in the end, they gave him the seat. Yeah, we have a new Speaker of the House, and I don't know. I don't really feel optimistic about it because if they gave him the seat, that means he's going to curtail to these 14 Republican fundamentalists. So if these guys they talk about the government should leave you alone, separation of church and state doesn't but does they believe the church and state should be hand in hand, and that's not right. That's the whole reason why this country got started, so you could practice your own faith, and they're trying to cement the Christian faith across the country, which is terribly wrong. So we'll see where that goes. I don't know, but we're Trump is gearing up to run for president as well. So it's gonna be a fucking circus these next 2 years. Really entertaining, but scary at the same time. Let's see what else on a better update, on a pop culture update. Universal Studios, they opened up Mario Land. They had a soft opening, and I'm on TikTok, I'm on the social media, like on the gram, and I'm watching these reels, and the people who go in, the people who are recording Mario Land. It looks really interesting. I'm down to go. I haven't been to Universal in such a long time, and to tell you the truth, Universal Studios is one of my least favorite theme parks to visit because it's just a studio lot. And I don't find anything scary or entertaining about just it's just to me it's just work inside. So uh, I'm gonna see if where I could get the cheapest tickets. I would like to go. I would like to check it out. I saw people going into the Mario Cafe. They have this Mario burger, this Luigi chicken sandwich, the caprese salad that's shaped, designed as one of the villains in Mario. And what else do they have? They have like a Princess Cupcake. I wanna check it out because it looks really interesting. And now since they have the Mario Land and they have the Hogwarts Land, the Harry Potter Land, I feel like I'll be getting my money's worth instead of just having one themed thing to go there. You need reservations. Yeah, I heard about that. You need reservations, but my buddy Joe, I was talking to him last night, and he said that you're supposed to have reservations, but the word on the street is that people, just regular people, could just walk in and not even have a reservation. They just go in and they don't stop them. But yeah, I want to check that out and start going. I want to start going out more to theme parks. This past week, I went to the Getty's Museum, and that was really fun. I paid a lot for lunch, and it was like the sandwich that I bought at the cafe was like a 7-Eleven type of sandwich and a bottle of water and Lay barbecue chips, and it came out to $21. I got fucked in the ass. uh, I didn't like we should have brought sandwiches, but whatever. After we were done at the Gettys, oh, because the reason we went to the Gettys because my buddy, she got us in for free. Well, I guess it's free to go, but she reserved some seats for us, to go. And the reason we went is because they were having a display of the Mayan Codex. Like, it was a strip. It looked like a comic book strip, and it was just like this small exhibition. I thought there was going to be more architect, or what's it called, more pieces to the exhibit, but it was just that glass case with the strip. And when I looked at it, it was so what are the right words, like, it was just it was surreal to see something that was created thousands of years ago. The civilization went under. Like, the pieces were burnt out, some pieces were missing, and the pieces that they were displaying there, they looked really pristine, very clean, very taken care of, and it looked almost modern. It almost looked like the type of artwork you see like at pop what's it called, the pop up events, like where they sell like the knickknacks, and some people they create their own Mesoamerican figures. It kind of looked like some hipster drew that out, and we're watching it, we're reviewing it, and it was really crazy to see some, like, a piece of history, like fading history, because most of his text is gone to history, and what they had right there was the well preserved piece of the Mayan Codex, and that was fun. And we also checked out some paintings from the French Revolution, the French era, and I saw Henry the 16th, and like, it was just so crazy because, like, these paintings were done in the 1700s, and to see portraits of people that they're no longer with us, and these were actual individuals posing for this, and it wasn't like a Sears portrait. It was a legit artist. Taking a long, excruciating a long time to get the details right. It was remarkable, like the shadows, and the color, and the oil paintings. It was really cool. Um, One piece that struck out to me at the Gettys was this statue, and it was made for Rome, like during the Roman era. It was built around 100 years, like 100 A.D. And I read the plaque, and it was missing its head. It was like your cliche broken, like, statue with the missing head, and it's like marble. It looks very ancient, but this was like, because you see these pieces like at what like at TJ Maxx, they're trying to create these figures to look like that type of architecture from into the ancient world. But this is from the ancient world. This is some guy who had like a pickaxe and a hammer, and just do it chiseling away. And that was incredible to see. But yeah, I was like, the next museum I would like to check out is the Huntington Library. I remember going there when I was a kid, and not really appreciating anything because you're just like a little weenie kid. It's like, I want to go home and watch TV. But yeah, like, here's a side story. Last time I went to the Gettys was when I was in the ninth grade, so it was like over 20 years ago, and it was for a French class. And as we were, going through the exhibits, I was getting sick. I got a fever by the end of the trip, and I was completely fucking miserable. I hated it. My throat was like sore. I had a fever, and when we were just trucking along, it was like, and I remember it was raining too, and and once the trip was over, it took us at least close to 3 hours. It was long because like we were like it was LA. It was like when we left, it was like there was a gridlock, and we just inched our way to Norwalk. And by the time we were there, I think it was like 6 o'clock. My mom picked me up, and I was like over it. I told my mom like that was one of the worst field trips I ever had in my entire life. and uh, and then they left a sour taste to my mouth. And so I haven't been to the Getty's Museum because I had such a terrible time in the ninth grade. But now that I'm pushing 40, I'm an adult. I appreciate this artwork. So I went enthusiastically to the Getty's Museum to get a better experience, and I totally did. And it was fun going with John, Alex, Lourdes, Rachel, Tito, and we got burgers afterwards. It was a great day. It was my whole Sunday. We got back like at 7. But yeah. What are your favorite museums to frequent? Do you guys have any? Are you guys museum people? My mom, she doesn't like the museum. She likes to shop. Let's see what else do you guys I have you for you guys. Speaker of the House. Oh, I also heard. Let's go back a little bit to politics. This week I also heard that the Republican Party wants to abolish the federal income tax, and what they want to do is a consumption tax. And I read this article, and they said it's not good because who's going to be affected are the lower income families, the lower like I guess us, So I don't really know the fine details about that, but I was really excited when I heard it's like, oh, they want to demolish, take away the federal income tax. I'm like, hell yeah! But I'm always really skeptical when it comes out of the Republican Party. Very like, I don't know, because I feel like that both sides are watching out for themselves, but I just feel like they just a little more underhanded. Sorry for my Republican friends. I am an independent. I have problems with both sides of the aisle. Let's see what else. Well, it's raining like hell, man. There's nothing else I'm gonna do today other than do laundry and watch some TV. I'm almost done with the Sopranos series. I think we only have 4 more episodes left, and shit's getting like fucking pretty fucking heavy. It's the show that's I think it premiered. Yeah, I saw this on my timeline. It premiered 2 weeks ago. Uh, in 1999. So it was 24 years before. It was 24 years since the first episode of The Sopranos, and changed the whole landscape of television. It was because Tony Soprano is an anti-hero. He's a piece of shit, and you're rooting for him. Almost the same way if you guys watched Breaking Bad, the same way you would root for Walter White. But yeah, what's up, John Lance? Oh, and there's another thing that's been going on. The next month we have the Bob Barker marionette event. It's a puppet show. They have it every year, and because of COVID, they started last year to do the event again, and they're going to do it again this next month in February. And they're looking for entertainers, vendors, and you know what? I was kind of hesitant, but I sent them an email just saying like, hey, I'm just dipping my feet into puppeteering. I was wondering if I could bring my puppet Carlos. They don't know Carlos. I just said if I could set up like a little spot where I could interact with the kids, the adults, and so they could take photos. And maybe I also asked them if I could have like a tip jar. So they haven't responded yet, but I don't know if it costs anything to do like a thing at the puppet uh, fair next month. But I am interested. I want to see. I want to get myself more out there. I want to become more of an entertainer, uh, just to spread my wings. I feel like I've been feeling very social lately. I've just been kind of cooped up in this apartment, and I've been wanting to just go out to do something. Something that I like. But yeah, like again, I'm going to backtrack to Universal Studios. They're going to have a Halloween theme. Um, what's it called? Event over there, year long. It's basically going to be like a haunted house. They're going to purchase a warehouse They're going to lease a warehouse. They're going to basically do all these different Halloween mazes there all year long. And actually heard that Universal was kind of like flirting the idea of building their own casino in Las Vegas, but they opted out and they went this route. And they say it's a smart move because it's cheap. People that's popular right now. People love getting scared. They love spooky stuff, and people always complain that's only like it only lasts a little bit in October. And for people who love being scared, this is going to be a treat for them. For me, I don't know. I don't like being messed with. I just want to go somewhere and not like worry about if somebody's gonna pop out of the corner. You know, it's not that I'm scared. I just don't like being fucked with. Like I don't like balloons because I don't know if they're gonna pop in front of me. I don't know. I'm so fucking anxious with a balloon next to me. I just can't fucking relax. And it's the same way with me going to like one of these mazes. I just can't relax. I'm just gonna be on my guard all the time, and I can't do that for 3 hours. I'll be a mess. Let's see. Well, what have you guys been saying? I see museum is a must. Icelandic philosophy. Like I am terrible. I can't pronounce that word. Museum is a must. Where's that museum at? Then stay away from Los Angeles. Yeah. I really appreciate you guys commenting. But do you guys like that Halloween stuff? Like any scared going to like these Halloween mazes? Because it was funny when I was younger, but now I just want to just chill out, man. Um, let's see. I don't know if you guys watched Avatar. I know like if the movie came out like just a little bit before Christmas, and it was good. It was what I didn't know about this is that you had to watch. There's three for those who haven't watched it and you guys want to watch it in 3D, you had to watch it in Dolby 3D. And I didn't know this. We watched it in real 3D. And when we got our glasses, I asked the usher because there was like he had these trays of three different 3D glasses. I'm like, hey, what are the difference? What are the differences? And he says like, well, he explained it to me, and I asked him, he's like, well, which one's the top image? Which one's the one to go watch it in? And he said Adobe 3D is the one to watch it. So we got like the second tier of it. It was, it was the real 3Ds. You open up the package and you put them on, and then you discard them in the recycling thing. Dolby was the way to go with that movie. Yeah, god damn it. See, like I didn't know. I didn't know. I had no idea. I thought there was like I knew there was like IMAX 3D and other 3Ds. I didn't know there was like three different ways to watch it. And that's really fucked up. It should only be one 3D. You should watch it the way it's supposed to be watched instead of having like it's like, oh, what's the cheapest option? It's like, no, this is it. You're gonna get the experience everyone's getting, not because like you know what I mean. I don't know. I don't want to get too into it, but I'm a little miffed that I watched it in this subpar version. I would like to watch it again. The only thing that's holding me back is that it's a 3 hour movie. And when I was watching the movie, I felt like there are a couple scenes that I could have edited it out. You know what I mean? Like I wanted to get the scissors and just like, you don't need this. This is filler. This is just visual stuff. This is just like landscape stuff. You know what I mean? It didn't really progress the story. It's just like, ooh, look at this. Look at Pandora. But yeah, I enjoyed the movie. A lot of people didn't like it, but was it good enough for like? Was it a great movie for James Cameron to spend 12 years on it? I don't know. That's hard to say, right? Like that's his life. That's over a decade making or like having one project to work, and like he's already done with the other ones, and they said that for Avatar 3, when the executives at Disney were watching it, he delivered a 9 hour cut. A 9 hour cut. Can you imagine? Could you imagine? It's like, dude, what are you doing? It's like, do you want to turn this into a series, or you want to release this theatrically? So I'm thinking they're probably going to split it up, obviously. But James Cameron, he filmed the whole movie. It's already done because he said because of this, because the kids, he didn't want to have the Stranger Things uh, thing happen to his movie, which means he didn't want the kids to grow up because the movies are supposed to take place like it's just continuing. It doesn't take place like after like 10 years later. So he didn't want the kids to grow up. He wanted to be them like the age. He didn't want to show up 3 years later and they're all grown up and they're supposed to be 10. So he filmed the whole fucking thing. See, they should just specify which version is which so you don't regret your movie experience. And yeah, exactly. I mean, I don't watch. Maybe they did in the commercial, but I doubt it because like I don't know. But yeah, that's way too many options. Yeah, there should just be one version. If you can't afford it, come back when you have money. uh, yeah, and oh, here's another. These are interesting factoid on Avatar. Before I leave you guys, the stop motion. The motion, not stop motion. That the motion capture where like you see the footage, the behind the scene footage where they had like the dots and they had the camera and there's nothing around them. They filmed that for a whole year. It's like nothing else. Like it was just them wearing the gear and just capturing their faces, their movement, and then they had to do it all over again physically, like jumping in the water, doing the whole like stunts. But they spent the whole year just capturing the the emotion, the movement of the body, so they could impose that with the avatars. But yeah, it was very interesting. What a labor of love, right? um would I make a movie that take me 10 years to do? I don't know. It has to be one hell of a movie. But yeah, guys, I really appreciate you guys checking me out. It's fun doing this again. I really appreciate you guys commenting. Let me know what you guys are watching, and if you guys are in Southern California, I hope you're staying dry. Just cozy up, just nest, order some takeout, binge watch some TV. It's perfect time. It's a perfect time to binge watch television because it's raining outside and no, we're all staying inside. So yeah, until next time, guys. I'll see you guys soon. Yeah, have a good weekend, guys. Talk to you soon. Bye.